friends and family are mourning a Hudson Valley woman. Police say she was shot and killed. 33-year-old Ariela Mejia Polanco's body was found in a car on the Cross County Parkway. News 12's Lauren Del Val has more.
She was,
She was a pillar of the family. Things are not going to be the same. The way things played out, she didn't deserve this.
This afternoon, police are investigating the death of a woman whose body was found in her car on the Cross County Parkway. Investigators now say this weekend's death is officially classified as a homicide. Lisa LaRocca has that story.
Hey, first things first, man. Shout out to Hookah Anonymous. Link in the description below. Y'all make sure y'all go tap into his channel. He doing great work over there. Yeah, the kid had to respond to this one. We didn't land on plantation politics, man. Plantation politics landed on us. Let's get into it. Like Lola Bunny, R.I.P. Okay, she was for the kids. She was for the kids, man. Can't hate her, man. That picture looked like they was in the DR right there, man. Can't hate on this woman. She for the kids. TikToks with the kids. Obviously an influencer. You know, a lot comes with that influencer life, man. There's a lot that they could be doing behind closed doors. A lot of transactions are being done. Don't hate me. Don't shoot the messenger for telling y'all what it is. I'm just keeping it 100. A lot of these women are for pay in this industry. If you got the right amount of money, you know, some of y'all want to get y'all money up for that reason and that reason only. Don't let that woman be your demise, man. She was entrenched in that culture, man. You see her with the rappers. Snitch 9. This is... Getting into it early. Sad that this woman had to lose her life, though. Baddies. She was outside. She was outside, clearly. You know, this how she made her chicken. This how she got her money. I'm not shaming nobody. Do what you do. She letting everybody know her location. And we gotta keep it a beam. You know, a lot of these women don't have their head on a swivel like that. They don't have their head on a swivel like that. They posting low. Y'all make sure y'all give Hookah Anonymous a follow, man, for real.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan.
I don't know it all,
but I know what I've been through.
Come on, Hookah.
Now, before we get into this video, unfortunately, a popular Dominican influencer slash bartender had her life cut short after passing away due to a single gunshot wound to the head.
All it took was
this
one
story
shot.
Since coming out
Just
has been a
shot.
very interesting one due to all the theories that's been put out there concerning what actually happened to her. Some are saying there's no way this could have happened to her because she was the sweetest person in the world.
No way. No way. I'm not saying that she wasn't a sweet person. I'm not saying that she wasn't good to people. I'm not saying that she wasn't solid. I'm saying when you put yourself in that line of work, when you in that lifestyle, it may be a lot of enemies, a lot of haters that you accumulate not even knowing. You gotta have your head on a swivel if you're gonna be doing any type of segue work. Oh, she was a bartender. She was in New York. She was bartending at Starlet's. A lot of them bartenders in New York have accumulated more fame than the scrippers. You know, they on a ticket. The bartenders are on a ticket. Come see this bartender tonight. Come see that bartender tonight. Everybody got your low. Everybody know where the hell you at. And if you dealing with a certain group of people who got enemies, Lord knows they might just come after you to get to them. Or, who knows, you know, we don't know what this girl was caught up in. Let's let Hookah talk his talk.
So why would someone want to take the life of a woman who wasn't involved in the streets? Or was she? And like I said,
did she have some type of street ties? Did she have some type of street connects? I mean, you know, this don't take me for a woman who just goody two-shoes. You know what I'm saying? And yes, there's some women who could skate through that life scotch-free. But on the other end, it's like, if you in it, you kind of in it. And you know what come with it. But a lot of these women don't know what comes with it. They just think it's all fun and games until something happens to them or until something happens to somebody close to them. It is what it is, man. They think it's glitz and glams, trips, extravagant, you know, foreign bags. It's cool and all until it's not.
Before.
Can't forget the BBLs. Can't forget the BBLs. Putting their life on the line, risking it all for the sake of the fatty. Let's get it.
It's a bunch of theories of what happened to her, and we can't say exactly what happened, but we're going to detail each one that's been stated.
Good looking chick too. Everybody love a Latina, mommy. You know, everybody loves somebody who could speak that Espanol, call you papi, and, you know, do you right. Solid, right? Solid. You wouldn't think she was into nothing.
Go with the one that makes the most sense. Not to mention, it said that Ariel could have been associated with the wrong crowd. Not only the wrong crowd, but she was also at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Talk, Hookah.
And before we even continue, many people are confused, thinking she was targeted during a mass shooting that took place in Brooklyn, New York. For y'all that don't know, it was a mass shooting that transpired at a Brooklyn lounge called Taste of the City, located on 903 Franklin Ave in Crown Heights, New York, just before 3:30 in the morning. According to reports, the club was packed when a dispute between a 19-year-old and a 35-year-old would occur. They say the incident must have been gang-related, with the 35-year-old being a member of the Folks Nation. Grainy surveillance video from the hookah lounge inside will show the two men pulling out weapons and firing at each other, with two other men pulling out.
Why hookah music just stopped, y'all? I ain't never heard the just stop. But in another breath, what the hell y'all got going on in New York? I mean, I know it's cracking nationwide right now, but what's going on where y'all busting at hookah lounges out there in Brooklyn? Brooklyn, we got to do better. Y'all better than that, man. Mass shooting people who don't got nothing to do with nothing, man. Y'all need to handle y'all disputes in them pissy project halls. Leave them normal folk up out of it. They just trying to have a good time, man. Brooklyn, stand up. I got a problem with this, man.
Firearms as well. The aftermath was full of broken glass everywhere, abandoned hookahs, and pools.
Broken glass everywhere. People pissing in the hallways. Niggas just don't care.
Now, when it comes to Ariel La Langosta, aka Lobster, she was known as a Dominican influencer who was widely known by people within the nightlife. She was a bartender at many clubs and lounges and was described by many as being happy, joyful, and always full of life. This is why hearing that she was shot was a surprise to many, because no one can believe that anyone would want to do harm to her. Now,
I'm just not buying that. That she was just this good girl. You know what I mean? A lot of things come out after the fact. A lot of things come out after a person is deceased. And yeah, you know, we want you to have a solid reputation on your way out of here, right? Everybody want people to say good things about them. When you partake in a certain lifestyle and the story starts to unravel, it's kind of like, should we really be surprised at this? The fact that it's a woman, that's probably, the only reason why a person could say, hey, she didn't deserve this. Nobody deserves to go out like this. She was a great person. She was cool. But, you know, let a man be caught up in some shit like this, and we're instantly going to go to who was he dealing with? What type of ties did he have? Who was he connected to? Those type of things. Those are the type of questions that we gonna ask. And when you in this lifestyle, when you escorting, when you bartending, when you scripting, a lot comes with that, man. A lot comes with that. And I know a lot of these women aren't dealing with regular everyday Joes. They're not dealing with average Joes. You don't know who they dealing with. Money makers, shot callers. You don't know who the people that she dealing with is at the end of the day.
CBS reports, it'll say, quote, police are investigating the death of a woman found behind the wheel of a car on the Cross County Parkway in Mount Vernon, New York. Westchester County Police.
That music finally dropped. I thought I was tripping. I'm thinking I'm tripping. I'm thinking I'm losing my mind. I'm like, that music don't never just drop. Who could don't never just stop the music? Come on, who? Get right. Get right over there.
To Ariela Mejia Polanco, 33 years old, was found dead from gunshot wounds in a car on the shoulder highway near the Broad Street exit Monday. Police said the preliminary investigation determined the woman was likely targeted and that it was not a random shooting. Earlier,
it wasn't a random shooting. Who the hell was she dealing with? Who had beef with this woman to where they needed to get at her? They needed to end her. Was it beef with other women? Was the other woman hating on her? Was she with a dude who had beef with somebody and they was trying to get at him? What we talking about?
Investigators said her death was considered suspicious and being investigated as a crime. The investigation is...
You know women gonna hate. In this lifestyle, they gonna act like they their friends, all smiles, but this is a fake ass lifestyle. I gotta keep it 100. A lot of fake stuff going on behind the scenes, a lot of hating going on behind the scenes in this lifestyle. You gotta think, it's surface level shit. It's no real depth to a lot of these people in this industry. You feel me? A lot of them have lost their souls, you know. A lot of these people have sold their souls for the dollar, the attention, the clout. That shit means more to them than just living life. You know what I'm saying? But to them, this is living life. You know, this is what life is about. It's one big ass episode of Mean Girls.
Ongoing, police said. Police responded to a report of a disabled vehicle on the shoulder of the eastbound parkway at around 8 a.m. Sunday, just before the Broad Street exit. An officer found the woman deceased behind the wheel of the car. The Westchester County Medical Examiner's Office removed the woman's body from the scene and conducted an autopsy to determine her cause of death. Police said there was no known threat to the public. The Cross County Parkway stretches from the Sawmill River Parkway in Yonkers to the Hutchinson River Parkway in Mount Vernon. So once again, Ariel was not involved in the Brooklyn shooting that happened at all. According to Ariel's story and close friends, she was at a nightclub / lounge called Ike.
It's going down out there in Brooklyn, man. The fact that they had to differentiate and let it be known she wasn't a part of this mass shooting. She was off somewhere else, ducked off. They left this young woman for dead. They left her for dead. You know what I mean? It's a cold world. It's a crucial world. People are getting offed in Brooklyn, man. Vampires in Brooklyn. This is crazy.
Located at 238 Sherman Ave. Now this would be important as to how and why she was found in an abandoned Mercedes G-Wagon on the side of the
left. They just left her. Abandoned G-Wagon. Police pull up, she in there slumped. That's it. That's how she went out. Come on, y'all. Come on. We got to make better decisions.
Highway.
We still on this plantation. Still on this plantation.
Icon would take to their IG page to pay their respects to Ariel, as they would say, quote, "Today we lost our shining star at Ariela Lalangosta. Our hearts are broken. Your joy, your humility, and the way you treated everyone with so much care always made you stand out. Thank you for giving so much love and support to our home, which also became yours. To Ariela's family, we are here for anything you need. We still can't believe it. You are our smile, our happiness. We love you, and we will miss you."
Good looking girl. Have y'all been noticing that it's been a ton of good looking influencer type women losing their lives? Whether it be kicking it with the wrong people, getting left for dead in G-Wagons, whether it be whether it be women in relationships with a husband but not with a husband, getting taken off the map by their actual husband. I've been seeing situations, man, of a lot of these beautiful, gorgeous, well put together women getting ended, getting deleted. What's that all about, man? I seen a corn star not too long ago. She lost her life drastically early. Like, what's going on? Is this judgment? Are people being judged?
Forever. Now, the news would tell us that Ariel was driving the G-Wagon and was in the driver's seat when she was found. Many believe that due to the condition of the car, being that it was still in great condition, they sense foul play involved and maybe the shots came from inside of the car, especially being that she only received one gunshot wound to the head. Because how could she be inside of a vehicle driving by herself, get shot in the head, and not crash the car?
This was an orchestrated hit on this young lady. What type of stuff was she truly into? If Hookah is saying it wasn't no drive-by type situation, she's in the car by herself, left for dead, it had to be a personal hit. The person who got her had to be in the whip with her. Took her out in the whip and got on. This is sad. This is a sad situation. I don't feel like nobody has to go like that, especially like Lil Snoop. Y'all remember The Wire? Remember how Lil Snoop went out in The Wire? This woman had a similar fate. Man, art imitates life, dog. This is hectic. It's a sad situation. I'm not gonna lie. It's sad. You don't want to see nobody go like this. But what type of decisions was she making, and what type of people was this influencer really involved with? Who did she feel like she could trust that was in that car with her that ultimately ended her?
If it was just her, then surely she would have crashed or something due to being shot. Also, if you pay attention and go back to a highlight of a story Ariel posted on August 9th, it'll show that she's in a Mercedes G-Wagon in the passenger seat and someone else is driving a similar car. So, could someone else have been driving the car the fatal night that she was shot? Is there surveillance of her leaving the last venue that she was at? And does it show if she was with someone or by herself?
I'm sure surveillance gotta have this chick leaving. Surveillance gotta have these girls coming in and out of their establishment. Or if it's a lounge, you gotta have the camera footage. You gotta have that footage. It's New York, man.
If she was in fact targeted and was by herself, then why in the world would someone want to target her when she's described as such a good person? Well, some are speculating that this can be a case of someone being affiliated with the wrong crowd. Here's a man by the name of Nathaniel, aka Nata Cartiel. Now, according to rumors, Nata is connected to a group of guys who are allegedly known for robbing drug dealers and just street guys in general.
Okay. There you go. There you go. They got stick-up kids, or a gang, a group of people whose mission in life is to rob dope boys. That's how they get money. They're robbing the dope boys. They're robbing the drug dealers out there getting money. And that's they lit. You know, they ski mask up, do what they got to do, and they winning. They eating. Haitian Jack was similar to that. Y'all remember Haitian Jack out of New York? Out of Haiti originally, but came to New York. And his whole thing was, I'm going to rob you. I'm not about to sell drugs. I'm not about to be on these street corners. I'm going to let you do the dirty work, and then we going to come get you. Because what you going to do, tell the police that you got robbed while selling drugs? It's nothing you can do. Great scheme with dire consequences, man. Great scheme with dire consequences, man.
It's rumored that Ariel is connected to these groups due to her affiliation, as some say that she's the girlfriend of Nata, allegedly. Now, the late night, early morning that she was shot and unalive, according to rumors floating around, Nata was with her when she was shot. However, the shots weren't meant for her. The shots were meant for Nata, but they would say that she would be caught at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Now, if this is true, if the shots was meant for Nata and Nata was with her that night, then you would see multiple shell casings on that G-Wagon. It wouldn't just be one smooth shot to the dome. right? Think about it. If somebody's gunning for you, they're not just going to shoot one time. They're not just going to let off one shot. They're going to empty the clip. If it's a switch, they're letting that button press. If it's a switch, they letting that button press. They're not letting up. Nobody's letting up with one shot. But you know, I could be wrong, because there was a situation where a rapper just got offed with one sole shot. He didn't let off the clip. He ran up on him, shot him once, bow. That was it. But it was a clear shot. A clear shot. French Montana say, watch the body tilt when you hit the head. Damn. This is Lost Mills trying to beat the feds. Y'all know the words. Big ass crib, 250 down. Damn. Another story for another day. But seriously, if you're in traffic and you see Nata, you spot Nata, people aren't shooters like that. People aren't actively going to the gun range, especially in New York. So you're not just going to let off one shot, in my opinion, unless you are super close range. That's why I feel like this girl was targeted and she was taken out. She was taken out by somebody she knew, in my opinion, allegedly.
Only way we could see that, being that she was out at the Icon nightclub, we could only assume that maybe she was followed from the club by suspects and they would end up shooting. If you were trying to target her, it wouldn't be hard, because like we said, she was into the nightlife and would oftenly post where she would be at ahead of time.
Facts.
To promote for whatever club that she would be attending that night.
I told y'all these bartenders are stars out there in New York. They the stars. You know, back in the day, I remember when Instagram was popping, and it would be the strippers out here in LA that worked at Crazy Girls. They had a big time buzz around the city to where they had like accumulated a little fame in the city type. That's what's going on. And they still trying to ride off that too. Of course, now they done elevated to OnlyFans. This one, Instagram was kind of like at its peak, really popping, really cracking. These women are stars in their city. They're celebs in their city. They're local heroes in their city. Sad to say, but that's the reality.
This afternoon, police are investigating the death of a woman whose body was found in her car on the Cross County Parkway. Investigators now say this weekend's death is officially classified as a homicide. Lisa LaRocca has that story from Mount Vernon.
She didn't do that to
called
herself.
about a disabled vehicle on the side of the Cross County Parkway, but what they found was much worse, and people in the area are shaken.
I was so surprised seeing a lot of police, and I didn't know exactly what was going on.
This was the scene Simon Permel saw from his apartment window Sunday morning. Westchester County Police came to the area approaching Broad Street at exit 7 on the Cross County Parkway around 8 a.m. They'd been getting calls about a disabled vehicle, and according to investigators, they saw a woman in her 30s in the driver's seat, and she was unresponsive. The officers had to break a window to gain access, and they found that she was dead.
Some kids
we do believe
guns were
involved, a gunshot was involved. We believe this is a very isolated incident, and this woman may have been targeted independently.
The victim's name has not been released, but police say she was expected home, and when she failed to arrive, family members drove around trying to find her and came upon the scene. Detectives say they brought those family members back to headquarters to see if they could help investigators determine the victim's movements leading up to her death. As police investigated the scene, the eastbound ramp for Broad...
Listen, the family went out to look for her because she was supposed to be home, because they know what type of shit she's into. You know what I mean? Real talk. If I'm out and about, my people not gonna hit me up until 9 times out of 10 the next day. But they know I'm not necessarily getting into nothing. They know I'm not living this crazy life. I can spend a night somewhere. I can be out all night, and they're not necessarily going to worry like, damn, he was supposed to be back. Why are they worried about her? Because they know what type of life she's into. They know what comes with this life. And when she didn't come home, they got a gut feeling. They had an eerie feeling that something was going wrong. And they went out to look for her. And they found her. They found her slumped. That's a crazy situation. But I gotta be real. The family knew what time it was. And they probably didn't want her moving how she was moving. Guaranteed this chick has kids. I can damn near put my life on it. Her having kids, bro. Come on. I know she has kids, and I know some of these kids are left without a mother. This is tragic. 30-something years old.
Street and local lanes eastbound at Kimball Avenue had to be closed. People in the area were upset about the incident.
I don't really know what to say. It's not what to say. It's not what to describe that.
Investigators say they are looking at surveillance video from all throughout the area, and they're working with multiple law enforcement agencies as well. Of course, we'll keep you updated on the case. We're in Mount Vernon, Westchester County. Lisa LaRocca, News 12.
Now someone called the police. The news would state that multiple people called the police due to the car being abandoned on the side of the road. However, it's also speculated that Nata was the one that called the police initially. So in conclusion, it's a lot of theories floating around, but the one that makes the most sense to us is that she just so happened to get hit in the crossfire in a shooting that had nothing to do with her.
One shot.
If y'all remember, another woman by the name of Clarissa
Just one
Burgos
shot?
was unalive last year in December due to a similar situation where the guy she was messing with was targeted and she happened to be at the wrong place
Devoted mom.
at the wrong time.
Y'all see what that
He
said?
got shot,
Devoted mom.
but she was shot in the head, making it fatal, and passed away while she was in the car, and he lived. So ladies, be very, very careful and mindful of the company you keep.
You can't tell them that. You can't tell them that, because if you tell them that, you wrong. You the bad guy for letting them know, hey, be mindful of the company that you keep. You know, in one breath, we got to be protectors and we got to give them game and let them know what's what. But in the next breath, they got to be independent and know how to make their own decisions. I can't treat this woman like a child. She's a grown-ass adult. And she knew the type of people that she was dealing with. She knew the type of people she was getting entangled with. Let's call it what it is. You know, situations like this happen, and then we sad, and it sucks, and it's painful for the families, and it's a shitty situation. I get it. But these people made their decisions. This wasn't no young girl. This wasn't an 18, 19-year-old girl. This was a 30-year-old, I'm going to say it, I don't know it for sure, but this was a 30-year-old something mother. Still living that life, still outside. Still dealing with people who she knows is entrenched and engulfed in some real life action. But I guess this is what she was attracted to. Nata and his crew, that karma gonna come back around on somebody.
Sometimes you may have nothing to do with anything, but being at the wrong place at the wrong time can also affect you. Or sometimes if you affiliate yourself with someone, they will target you if they can't find them. Now, Ariel was very loved, and she also is the ex-girlfriend of rapper 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine would pay tribute to her as he would take to his IG story. Check this out.
That lifestyle was hard to put down. You know, she used to live in a certain way. She used to being around a certain group of people. She used to that clout, used to that fame within her city, within New York. That big booty bouncing. That big booty bouncing too. I ain't gonna fake it. Another one lost too soon. But like Hookah said, woman, you got to be mindful of who you dealing with. But I know you don't want to hear that. I know you're not trying to hear that.
Cardi B and Offset will also pay tribute to Ariel. Y'all check this out. That's pretty much it, y'all. Rest in peace to Ariel, and condolences to her friends and family. Ariel was also a mother.
That was probably the kid's intuition. Where's my mommy? Mommy was supposed to come home. Why isn't mommy home yet? Mommy had to go outside that night. She couldn't tend to them kids. She was stuck on that plantation. Stuck on that cloud plantation, man. Sad situation. And we didn't land on plantation politics, man. Plantation politics landed on us.